Welcome everybody. Today we're going to start off in 𝒱𝒾𝓃𝓎𝒶. So we'll all come and lay down on our backs. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, opening up the hips. Option to take blocks and place them underneath your knees, just for some added support. We'll gently close down the eyes. Bring one hand to the stomach and one hand to the heart. To start today's practice, we'll do square breathing. If you've been taking class regularly, you will have done this before. We'll inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4, and then hold for 4 seconds again. I'll count for you. We'll inhale for 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. And return back to your normal breath. If you'd like, you can set an intention here for today's practice. On your next inhale, we'll slowly bring the knees together. Straighten the left leg down onto the mat. Option to open the eyes or keep them closed. We'll inhale to lift that right leg up towards the ceiling and then grab behind the knee, getting a nice stretch in the hamstring and the calf, flexing the foot. Gently tugging on that leg just until your leg starts to shake a little bit, but not pulling too hard where you can damage the muscles. We'll inhale to open that hip up towards the right side of the mat. Inhale the leg back up to center. We'll grab the outside of the right leg with the left hand and gently just pull it over to the left side, only slightly, just enough to get a stretch in the right glute. Inhale back up to center and exhale, release the right leg down to the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg up, grabbing behind the knee. This time feeling the stretch in the left leg and the hamstring. Flexing both feet. Taking a gentle tug of that left leg with the arms. On your next exhale, open the leg to the left side of the mat. back up to center. Taking the right hand to the outside of the thigh and gently pulling the leg, crossing it over to the right. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, releasing the leg down. Inhale to come up to boat pose. Option to grab a block to use as a weight. And we'll do our boat pose cherry pickers here. We'll drop the block to our right, come back to center, and then drop it to our left. And we'll do that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Crossing the ankles, moving any props out of your way, rolling over the shin bones, and coming into a neutral tabletop position. Making sure the hips are above the knees, the shoulders are above the wrists. And we'll gently rock forward and back, starting to warm up the wrists. We'll be practicing an arm balance tonight. We really want to make sure our wrists are ready to support our body weight. We'll flip the palms so the fingertips are facing the sides of the mat. We'll gently rock side to side. Option to keep the hands where they are, or you can flip the palms once again so the fingertips are now facing towards your knees. And we'll rock forward and back, bringing the stretch up into the forearms. Maybe bringing your seat all the way back until only your fingertips are on the floor. We'll bring our hands back to a neutral position, and we'll take some gentle cat-cows here. We'll inhale to drop the spine, lift the gaze. Exhale, flex the spine, looking towards the belly button. Inhale, bringing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, push the shoulder blades away from one another. Deep inhale. Exhale. Taking a few rounds here to your own breath. One more round. We'll come back into a tabletop position. Slightly walk the hands towards the front of the mat. And we'll push back into our first downward facing dog of the evening. Making sure to pedal out the feet by stretching one leg straight at a time. Relaxing the neck, keeping a nice flat and straight back. When you're ready, you can come into your expression of downward facing dog, whether that be with straight legs or with bent knees. We'll take 3 rounds of 𝒱𝒏𝓈𝓶 here. We'll inhale to tiptoe our way to the front of the mat. Inhale, 𝒱𝒨 Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, slowly rise up, one vertebrae at a time, bringing the arms up and over the head. Exhale the hands through prayer and to your side for Tadasana. Inhale the arms up and over the head. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, then we'll take a vinyasa. We'll inhale to rock forward. Exhale, bend the arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. Inhale to step or hop to the front of the mat. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, Uddha. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands through prayer for Tadasana. Inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, plant the hands, step both feet back and take a vinyasa. If at any point during tonight's practice you need a break, feel free to take a child's pose. We'll take our last Sun Sal A here. We'll inhale to step or hop to the front of the mat, or for my more advanced yogis, you can take a handstand here. When you're ready, we'll all exhale for Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, Uddha. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands through prayer for Tadasana. Inhale the arms up and over the head, gentle back bend. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, plant the hands, step both feet back and take a vinyasa. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Plant the foot in between the hands, adjusting the foot if needed. Engaging the core, we'll slowly lift ourselves up into a high crescent lunge. Keeping the hips nice and square and the arms strong by the ears. We'll exhale to bring the hands to prayer. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, hooking the back of the left arm onto our knee, coming into a twisted high crescent lunge here. Inhale to unravel the twist. Exhale, plant both hands on the mat. Step both feet back and take a vinyasa. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, plant the foot at the front of the mat. Coming back into that high crescent lunge. We'll take some knee taps here. Exhale, tap the knee to the mat. Inhale, back up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll slowly bring that knee back to the mat. unflexing the back foot, coming into our 𝒱𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒕𝒕 making sure that the knee is over the ankle, feeling a nice stretch in the left hip flexor. We'll exhale, straighten that front leg, coming into a half split. Inhale, 𝒱𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒕𝒕. Exhale, half split. Inhale, 𝒱𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈𝒈 Inhale to walk the hands back to the front of the mat. Lift the back knee. As you exhale, we'll push back into a three-legged down dog. From here, we'll take a one-legged vinyasa. We practiced this last week if you were here. We'll inhale to slowly lower the elbows, swooping the body through, coming straight up into our upward facing dog. And then exhale to push yourself back into a downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, plant the foot at the front of the mat. Coming back into our high crescent lunge. Finding strength and stability here. We'll inhale to straighten that front leg. Flatten the back foot. Exhale, leaning forward, coming into our pyramid pose. The hands are either on the floor or they're flat on the mat or on the blocks. Trying to keep the back nice and flat. If your hamstrings are already really nice and open, you can try to bring the nose to the knee. Making sure that the hips are nice and square here. We'll move the blocks out of our way. We'll push off that back foot, engaging the glutes, coming into a standing split. Exhale to release that back foot down. Plant the hands at the front of the mat. Step both feet back and take a vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, plant the foot at the front of the mat. Engaging the core, coming up into that high crescent lunge on the second side. On your next exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Inhale to twist to the left side of the room. Exhale to hook the back of the right arm onto that left knee. Finding that twisted high crescent here. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, plant the hands down, step the foot back, and take a vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, plant the foot at the front of the mat. Coming back up into our high crescent lunge. We'll take those knee taps again here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keeping the knee down. We'll come into our Anjaneyasana, our low lunge. Exhale, straighten that front leg for a half split. Inhale, 𝒱𝒨𝑒𝒶𝓈𝒶. Feeling the stretch in that right hip flexor. Exhale, half split. Inhale, 𝒱𝒨𝑒𝒶𝓈𝒶. Exhale, half split. Inhale to bring the hands back to the front of the mat. Lift that back knee, pushing back into a three-legged dog. And we'll take our one-legged vinyasa again here. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, plant the foot at the front of the mat. Finding that high crescent lunge again here. Inhale to straighten that front foot. Flatten the back foot. And exhale to lean forward for your pyramid pose. Grabbing onto blocks if needed. Again, option to try to bring the nose to the knee. We'll inhale to rock forward, moving the blocks out of the way. Bringing the palms of the hands to the mat, lifting that back leg up, coming into a standing split. Really squeezing the glutes to lift that leg nice and high. Exhale, release the foot down. Step the left leg back to meet the right and take a vinyasa. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, plant the foot in between the hands. We'll pivot the back foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. We'll rise up into our 𝒱𝒾𝓃𝓎𝒶 2, warrior 2. Keeping the arms in a nice T shape. The gaze is towards the front middle finger. Making sure that front knee is in alignment with the ankle. We'll inhale to straighten that front leg and pivot our bodies so both of our feet are pointing towards the left sides of each corner of our mat on the left. We'll bring the arms to cactus, and then we'll come into goddess by slightly squatting down. From here, we'll take some releve lifts. So we'll lift up our heels, coming onto our toes, and then we'll drop back down. And we'll do that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. We'll inhale, come back into our warrior 2 position. Flip the front palm and reverse your warrior. Exhale, carve the arms to the front of the mat. Step both feet back and take a vinyasa. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the foot in between the hands. Setting back up for our 𝒱𝒾𝓃𝓎𝒶 2. We'll inhale to straighten that front leg, bringing the hands to prayer, bending that back knee, coming into skandasana or surfer's lunge towards the back of the mat. Getting a nice deep stretch in that inner thigh. We'll inhale to walk the hands back to the front of the mat, bringing that right foot to the edge of the right side of the mat, coming into our lizard lunge here. Maybe gently rocking forward and back, very slightly, just to deepen the stretch in that left hip flexor here. We'll inhale to bring the right foot back to meet the left, and then take a vinyasa. We'll inhale to slowly walk the feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up into 𝒱𝒾𝓃𝓎𝒶, chair pose. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Inhale to twist to the right side of the room, hooking the back of the left arm onto the right knee. From our twisted chair, we'll come into a side crow pose. I'll change directions. We've done this once before, and we're going to take a little bit of a different variation here. So we'll come onto our tippy toes, keeping that left arm hooked onto the right knee. And we'll bring that right arm and hook it into our side, creating a shelf for all of our weight to lay on. We'll bring both hands to the mat, pushing our weight up, lifting the feet. Option to bring the head to the floor if it's a little easier for you. And from here, we'll take flying scissors. We'll straighten the right leg towards the front of the mat and straighten the left leg behind us. Option to play with that here, or you can just come into your regular side crow. When you're done playing, you can gently bring yourself back into a high plank position and take a vinyasa. Inhale to lift the left leg up and back. Exhale. Bring the foot in between the hands. We'll pivot that back foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. We'll slowly rise up into our 𝒱𝒨𝒂 on the second side. Making sure that back arm doesn't drop, but we're keeping it in alignment with the front arm. We'll inhale to straighten that front leg, pivoting the toes and the heels, coming into that goddess position once again. This time we'll keep the hands in prayer, and we'll take some sumo squats here. So we'll all start with straight legs. We'll exhale down for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back up, readjusting the feet, coming back into that 𝒱𝒨𝒂. We'll inhale to flip the front palm and reverse our warrior. Exhale the hands back to the front of the mat. Step the left foot to meet the right and take a vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, plant the foot at the front of the mat. Coming back into our 𝒱𝒃𝓃𝓎𝒶 2. We'll inhale to straighten that front leg, bringing the hands to prayer, and bending that back knee, coming into Skandasana, surfer's lunge on the second side. Really flexing that left foot here. We'll inhale to walk the hands to the front of the mat. We'll heel toe that left foot all the way to the left side of the mat, finding our lizard lunge on the second side. Maybe rocking back and forth slightly, just to deepen the stretch in that right hip flexor. We'll bring the left foot back to meet the right, and we'll take a vinyasa here. Inhale to walk the feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, 𝒱𝒃𝓃𝓎𝒶 chair pose. Exhale the hands to prayer. Inhale, twist open to the left side of the room. Exhale as you hook the right arm onto the left knee. We'll take our side crow or our flying scissors again here. Coming onto the tippy toes. Keeping that right arm hooked onto the left knee. We'll bring the left arm in towards our side, creating that nice shelf for ourselves once again. We'll lean forward, bringing the hands onto the mat, and then slowly tipping our body until our body weight is all on our hands. Either staying here in side crow, or we'll straighten that left leg towards the front of the mat and our right leg back, coming into our flying scissors. When you're done playing, you can uncross the arms, bringing the hands back to the front of the mat, coming into a high plank position, and we'll take our last vinyasa here. From our down dog, we'll drop our knees coming into thunderbolt pose. Option to take headstand here. If you're new to headstand, you can always use a wall, or I'll give you some other variations that you can try. What you'll do is you'll clasp the fingertips and bring them down onto the mat, creating almost like a triangle shape without the bottom line. And you'll keep the elbows shoulder width distance apart, not too far out, not too close in, but shoulder width distance. You'll place the crown of the head in between your hands, like a dolphin pose here. Walking the feet closer towards the head. And maybe you stay here in this headstand dolphin variation. Maybe you try lifting one leg at a time. Or if you're ready, with or without the wall, you can come into your headstand. You're in headstand, you can slowly come out now. And no matter which variation you took, we'll all come into a wide-legged child's pose, bringing the knees to the outsides of the mat, walking the hands towards the front of the mat, and slowly bringing the forehead as close to the mat as you can. Maybe even closing down the eyes here. Slowing down the breath. We'll inhale to slowly rise up. We'll make our way into a seated position. Bringing the knees together, the feet flat on the mat. We'll straighten that right leg out towards the front of the mat. And we'll open up that left hip, creating a tree shape with the legs. And we'll come into 𝒱𝒃𝓃𝓎𝒶 here. We'll inhale the arms up towards the ears. Exhale, folding forward, grabbing onto either the right foot or the calf. Trying to bring the nose as close to the knee as you can. Really sucking the gut in towards the base of your spine, which helps create more space for you to fold deeper. And we'll hold here. We'll inhale to slowly rise back up. Bringing both knees back together. And this time we'll straighten that left leg towards the front of the mat. Opening up that right hip, creating that seated tree shape here. Inhaling the arms up and over the head. Exhale, suck the gut in towards the base of the spine, reaching for either the foot or the calf. Trying to bring the nose to the knee. And surrendering to the stretch. We'll inhale back up to center. Straightening both legs out on the mat. Making sure that you're at the center of your mat. And we'll lay all the way back down. Lifting the legs up, bringing the hands through the legs, grabbing onto the outsides of the feet. We'll all take a happy baby here. Actively pushing the feet up towards the ceiling while you're pulling the legs down with your hands, trying to bring the knees as close to the mat as you can. Maybe even rocking your baby side to side. Taking any final movements you need before settling into your Shavasana. When you're ready, we'll all bring our legs as wide as the mat. Pushing the back of the head into the mat, rolling the shoulder blades together towards the spine, gently releasing back down. Letting the arms fall off the mat with the palms facing up. We'll gently close down the eyes. Slowing the breath. Releasing any tension that you may be holding. Slowly begin to bring gentle movements back into the body. By wiggling the fingers and the toes. Rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Making sure to go in both directions. We'll inhale the arms up and over the head, pointing the feet, getting a nice good morning stretch. Exhale, hug the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a nice hug. Maybe even bringing the knees to the nose. Exhale to roll onto your right side, coming into a fetal position. Keeping the eyes closed, we'll push off that left hand to come back to a seated position. Inhale the arms up and over the head. Exhale, release them through prayer. Thank you so much for taking my class tonight. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.